Essentially there's one big deep excavation area, and that's where the actual station goes. In that area we dig all the graves and we remove any body in that area. Then there's the spaces around the station where we're only going down 1 metre. So we're just checking to make sure that there aren't too many burials underneath that or that will be hit by later work. Hundreds of burials. I mean, that's what we expected. We predicted hundreds of burials from the historical registers and the cemetery registers that we were able to look at. We were able to look at the plans from the 19th century that showed us approximately how many burials we would expect. We found more. That's not really a surprise. You always find more than you expect. But we had to get some kind of figure to make to plan the logistics of the site. We do have some burials that we have to wait for the sort of legal legislation that will allow us to exhume that coffin, and those later burials, when they are exhumed, they are reburied quickly, immediately, and without doing any analysis on it. So we're trying to be as ethical and responsible about that as we can. This site, we've got a fence surrounding us. No one is allowed in, and that means it's very quiet. The other thing is that really the contractors, NCC, they can't do that much until we're finished. They're being really helpful and they're doing everything they can to support us, but really we're stopping them from doing a lot of the work. So we have to do what we can, and we have our tight schedule that we have to fit in. I think the cemetery was very well organised. It contrasts quite well with perhaps a medieval cemetery where you have lots of graves that are intercutting on top of each other, lots of destruction of earlier contexts. This is very well ordered. It has grave plots that are very lined up. You can see them lined up on site, and they conform very well to the layouts of the historical maps that we have. However, we do have some that are laid out in a different plan. It seems to be an earlier layout of the cemetery, which we weren't aware of before. So that's quite an interesting thing to have. Well, the most surprising thing was not actually the burials, it was the prehistoric features that we found on site. And as I understand it, it's quite rare to find prehistoric pits in situ, in place and undisturbed in Copenhagen. So I think everybody got quite excited when we found, we machined away topsoil and found areas that had not been disturbed by the burials. And in those areas, which were pathways, we found a series of prehistoric pits. So in those pits, we have pottery, animal bone, charcoal, various small bits that indicate that there was a settlement either on site or very, very close by. When we started finding that was really quite interesting, and all the prehistorians started getting very excited. So we have a nice box of finds that we're really looking forward to analysing and really thinking, putting Norrebro on the map really for prehistory, which is completely, well, not completely unexpected, but you must always expect the unexpected.